Good evening, everyone present here.
Good evening.
What has happened so far is slightly different as compared to our regular meetings. This type of meetings, the installation takes place only twice a year, at the beginning, January, then June, end of June. But our regular meetings are entirely different. Now the regular meeting will take place. This is for the information of guests. As I see a large number of guests here, kindly raise your hands. Yeah, very good number, like others. Thank you very much. Relax. You have to relax.
I'm relaxed.
You are tense. Thank you, Mr. President, for introducing me to the audience. Today is Makara Sankranti Day.
Yes.
How many of you are celebrating Makara Sankranti? Kindly, please stand up. Please stand up. Yes. On behalf of the committee, on behalf of all those present here, I wish you a happy Makara Sankranti.
Thank you.
I am happy to see that despite the festival, a great festival, all of you are present here to take part in this session, to learn. It's great. And of course, recently we have been seeing the committees holding their meetings, even on other festival days like Christmas, the New Year, even the Easter. And on the Christmas day, he rightly sent a message. If I come there, my wife will not allow me to come inside. That's what. 989 meeting for me was present when the first meeting took place in this premises. It's very difficult to believe. Very difficult. The first meeting, 988 weeks back, took place in this very premises. And I think, apart from me, only one other person was present during that meeting. Please stand. Please. You can imagine what progress or what benefits this club has done during this 989, during the 988 meetings for all those who have passed through this club. Can you imagine? Or how many persons have been benefited by this club? Just imagine. Some people at the beginning, I met them, those who had come for the first time, I had a chat with them, they asked, give me tips about speaking. What takes place here? How can I be benefited? I would like to share with you one message that I received from one of the persons benefited from this club that succinctly puts everything in order. This message I received about 2-3 weeks back. He says, personally, the club and its activities have had a great impact on me and my life. The exposure I got, the opportunities that came in my way, the skills I developed, the knowledge I acquired, helped me to reach a level I never thought was possible. Today, as a manager, I see the effects on top management of my corporation who come from Delhi when I make a presentation or am given an opportunity to speak. One of our directors recently said, he called me aside and said, I need to learn to speak from you. Thanks to those masters. You can realize the feelings, the emotions that he has felt. Apart from that, he has continued, in my own way, I have given back to the society. Over 500 children have been trained by me to speak in public, and I feel I can still do more. Can you guess who this person who has written this message?
John
Mr. John. Kindly stand. Many of you put question to me, what's the club has got? You have the answer. To tell you a little more, when Mr. John Bosco Abraham came to a meeting of the Bangalore Toastmasters Club, the first meeting of in his life, that meeting was held across the school, across the road in St. Joseph's Boys' School. Here we had come along with your friend Bernard Lewis. I remember that day. I presented a speech on the topic importance of wills. And after the speech and during the break, I saw two persons slowly walking out. Possibly the effect of my speech, importance of will. I rushed to them and said, "Sir, you may not need the club, but this club needs you." Am I right?
Yes.
Today what has happened? This is the answer to the questions you posed to me. Last week I was a G and I mentioned to you that on 12th I'll be giving a presentation to nearly 30 senior officers of the government at Kengeri. Yes, I did it. There are not 30 but only 25. They are all senior officers above 55 age who had come from different places of the country, one from Kannada, one Delhi, all government servants. Above 55, most of them were doctors. Imagine, I had to give a presentation to them for 3 hours, making them sick like you. Can I hold their attention? For 3 hours, senior people, all, most of them are doctorates. I collect the feedback and on my return to home, I give that feedback to my wife. For the first time I did it, I always connect to her and I forgot about it. Later, in the night, she came to the feedback. You must preserve it. You must hand it over to our grandchildren. I have 6 at present. And they should know about you. Friends, this is the effect of Toastmasters. This is what a Toastmaster does for us. I was the one who had difficulty in communicating. I was the one who had run away from the stage. When I went to the first Toastmaster meeting, I didn't know. I was tricked to go there, That was the first club in India. They gave me a topic in table topics. I spoke. 4 words. Last 2 words of the repetition of the first 2. When I sat down, and those I believed them. And today I stand before you. I like to stand for and speak. And I have umpteen number of present, umpteen number. Mr. Bosco was also present once. I raised a toast on the spot. The regular Toastmaster was absent. They called me. You remember that incident? Yeah, it happens. When founder of this club or founder of this movement, this international big organization, is Dr. Ralph Smedley. Was born on 22nd of February 1878 and expired on 11 September 1965. He was graduated in the year 1903 and joined as the education director of YMCA. And in the YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association, he was in charge of the students' day. And he came across, he saw the fear of those boys in communicating, and he started designing a course and designed the Toastmasters course. That's what we are following today. And he wanted a name to this club. At that time, the secretary of the YMCA, Mr. George Sutton, he suggested the name Toastmasters because he saw a comparison between the proceedings and what transfers here and the toast raised in the functions. So the Toastmasters Club, that name was given to this movement. In 1922, he was transferred to YMCA Santa Ana, California, and on 22nd October 1924, the first club was started in a basement. That's history. Today there are 135 clubs. There are clubs, 15,400 clubs in 135 countries with 3 lakh 32,000 active members. We have 3 principles here that we will follow: better speaking, better thinking, and better listening. Thinking, speaking, listening. In our regular meetings, there are 3 sessions. One is prepared speeches. Today we are having 2 prepared speeches. Then table topics. Table topics on the spot. A member of the club gives topics to others who are deprived of opportunities to come and speak or participate in the regular meeting. And they are persuaded to speak during the table session. I would like to know how many of you are present during the last meeting. Raise your hands. Yeah, that day, what happens was Mr. Ratan Shetty. Ratan Shetty, today also he has come. Last week also he was there. He spent nearly 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours just to attend the meeting. He said, "Please come." Last day I observed him going to the temple of the master. Give me an opportunity to speak. Give me an opportunity. Did you do it? Last week. Yeah, today also. Not on his number. See, this is how table topics are. So we give the topics here. We make them to a speech. That's how we overcome the fear of communication. We become comfortable. Hats off to you. First, there are 3 sessions, I said. Prepared speech session, table topics, then evaluation. Let me introduce today's evaluation. Evaluation is the feedback. Now, I am under scrutiny. There will be watching how I communicate, my time usage, the grammatical mistakes, and other sounds, all those things, and give a feedback at the end. Only one request from me to today's evaluation team is, be candid in your suggestions. Let it be frank, let it be true. Don't go overboard in enthusiasm. Don't try to fix if it is not the only request. Because unless you are convinced that Robinson had a mistake, don't go to point out. You may be wrong. Yeah, we are not judges here. And coming to the evaluation team today, this evaluator is a student of mechanical engineering. His hobbies are cycling, running, and like you, Mr. Gentleman, aero modeling. He says, none of the members of the Bangalore Toastmasters Club can beat me in cycling. I'm the fastest. He runs faster and no girl can catch him. Last week he was absent. Last week he was absent and I said to him, he said, man, I was just confused, what is this man? He is a member of an NGO and his name is Mad. But they are doing good work. Mad means make a difference. Imagine, at this age when he is a student, he wants to give back to society. And instead of coming here, he took 83 children from Ashadi, Angels, Samarthana Chakram to a camp in electronics. Was it not a great job? Yes. 83 children taking shelter in orphanages. He took them along with, and he was assisted by another 60 persons. True, because life of those children is very important. And imagine, apart from this, he is a yoga student. Ooh. And you may not believe, he has won 4th place in international yoga competition. Ooh. I am nervous now. Let me present to you the general evaluator today, Mr. Varun Dev.